Hey, what's up? So I'm going to be covering everything that is confirmed coming into the Elf City, what passed, what didn't, and don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you guys do enjoy these type of update videos. Let's get into it. Alright, let's begin. Question number 1, did pass with 86%. Should crystal armor seeds be added to the Gauntlet loot table as described in the blog? These would be used to make crystal armor. Right, so if you guys don't know what the Gauntlet is, it is a new boss coming to OSRS, supposedly one of the hardest that we have seen yet. During this boss fight, players will have to start from scratch with no weapons or armor, so it's kind of like the old raids back in before EOC came. You will face off against crystalline versions of monsters, collect resources, weapons, and armor as you go. The pressure will be on you as you find your time to gather equipment is rather limited before you engage in combat. Very excited about this, the new crystal armor. You will actually have to use the new crystal shards to charge this armor. Each shard provides 100 charges, holding up to 5,000 charges maximum per item piece. Each piece of freshly made armor will start with 2.5k charges. With all 3 armor pieces worn, you will receive a 15% damage boost and a 30% accuracy boost to the crystal bow. Okay, I was about to think that was in general, and I was like, holy shit, this armor is overpowered. But if it's just a crystal bow, not too big of a deal, I guess. This means a 3% damage boost will be given for each item worn, with an extra 6% if the full set is worn, giving 15% in total, as well as a 6% accuracy boost will be given for each piece worn, with an extra 12% if the full set is worn, giving 30% in total. That's actually pretty extreme, and before the crystal bow is the new best range weapon in game. Because crystal armor is untradeable and can only be made in prifddinas, it will require Song of Elves to equip. A dangerous death in PvP will cause crystal armor pieces to revert to their seeds, which would then be dropped for the killer. Any crystal shard will be lost. This table below actually shows the requirements to create each crystal armor. Players who do not meet the level requirements will be able to pay an elf in prifddinas to create an armor for him at a cost of 60 additional crystal shards. If question 1 passes, should crystal armor have a set effect boosting the damage of a crystal bow as described in the blog? Did pass with 86%. Should stat degrading be removed from crystal bows, shields, and halberds? This would mean that the normal crystal weapons will act like imbued versions. Crystal weapon imbues will be removed from Nightmare Zone shop if this question passes. Crystal seeds will be removed from the Zulrah drop table regardless of this outcome. Dang, look at that. Crystal seeds are just rising through the roof. They used to be about 5k gold. Now they're 18 to 19k. Question number 4 passed with 82.6%. Should the Blade of Saldor be added as a reward from the Gauntlet as described in the blog? This would be tradable in its uncharged form, but only usable by those who have completed the quest. It would require charging with crystal shards. The Blade of Saldor. This sword is actually really good. It's equivalent to a Grazi Rapier, so it shows if this thing is tradable if it's uncharged, it is going to be at least maybe 150 mil, 200 mil. I'm sure the Rapier will actually go down just a bit as well. Question number 5. So if question number 4 passes, should the Blade of Saldor have a special attack called Saldor Strike, costing 100% special attack? This attack would deal 50% additional damage. This attack would also throw back and stun enemy players or NPCs that occupy 1 tile for 4 ticks. However, using the special attack delays your next standard attack by 4 ticks. Very interesting right here. And of course, it didn't pass. I think that's a pretty cool spec. Maybe a little bit too overpowered with the 50% additional damage. But besides that, I like the idea of, the special attack. Question number 6, should an agility course requiring 75 agility to use be added to prifddinas? I have a feeling this agility course is going to be insanely cool just by the vibes of it, and they even have like a agility course in the Elf City in RS3 actually. Players unlock the Arty Rooftop at 90 agility, which is roughly 63 to 65 KXP an hour, so this is just a hair less, and it's at 75 agility. Definitely the new best training spot for agility. When training at this agility course, there's a chance that you will find crystal shards on the ground. This will be at a low rate of 8 per hour. Below is a rough plan for the course. The green line represents the course, the red dots are the obstacles, blue lines are shortcuts that allow you to skip parts of the course. This looks like a very interesting course to me. Question number 7, should the Iorth dungeon be added to prifddinas? This will contain dark beasts, Kuras, Necrials, Bloodvelds, Water Fiends, and Moss Giants. Dark beasts will be removed from the Kren catacombs regardless of the outcome of this question, and of course it did pass, so another Slayer cave. Okay, nice. Looks like Konar does actually assign the monsters within this dungeon as well, and they do drop crystal shards as well. This dungeon will not be Slayer task only, however it will be single way combat that allows cannons. Question number 8 did pass also. Should a new crystal tree farming patch be added to prifddinas? This will come with an NPC who provides a crystal acorns in exchange for other crystal seeds. It requires level 74 farming to plant. After roughly 8 hours of growth time, the tree can be harvested for crystal shards and 13,240 farming XP. And another magic tree in the game. I'm pretty sure magic trees give you 13.4k when you harvest them after like 5 or 6 hours. The NPC at the farming patch will be accepting the following: crystal tool seed, crystal armor seed, crystal enhancer seed, crystal weapon seed, and crystal teleport seed. Should an enhanced crystal chest be added to prifddinas? This will require an enhanced crystal key, 80 smithing, and 80 crafting to open the chest. The chest will offer higher value loot on average than the crystal chest in Taverley, 89% pass. This is insane. I'm so excited for this. I've probably opened around 10,000 crystal keys on the normal crystal chest, so I would like to open maybe 1,000 of these new crystal chests enhanced. This new crystal chest will always give an uncut dragonstone and some extra items, armor, runes, coins, and gems. Alright, so to construct an enhanced crystal key, looks like you need to combine a regular normal crystal key with 10 crystal shards, requiring 80 smithing and 80 crafting. If you don't meet these requirements, you can pay a nearby elf 15 crystal shards to make one for you. Okay, so that's only 5 crystal shards if you don't have the 80 smithing and 80 crafting. Question number 10, passed with 90%. Should an infinite version of the teleport crystal with unlimited charges be added? This could be pickpocketed from citizens and prifddinas or obtained as a drop from prifddinas guards. It will be tradable but only usable for those who have completed the Song of Elves. This is where it gets a little bit controversial. New divine potions coming in the game. We can see this first one up here only passed with like 1%. Definitely leave a comment below. What do you guys think about these new potions, and is it leading RuneScape into the future? I mean, give it 2 years, we could have extremes and overloads. Should players be able to add crystal dust to super attack, strength, and defense? This will require 70 herb lore and will create the divine versions of these potions, which provide the same stat boost, except it is renewed every 15 seconds for 5 minutes. If stats are reduced to the level below your base stat, the potion's effect will wear off. Okay, so you cannot use these potions with Saradomin brews. Question number 12, at 74 herb lore, creating divine range potions. Exact same question, just for range. Looks like this one passed with a hair bit more percentage than the last. And then the next question at 78 herb lore, making divine magic potions, which did also pass. In my opinion, this potion update really isn't that big of a deal. I mean, if your boosts go away, if you drop below your base stat, you brew down, isn't that big of a deal for PKing or PVMing. And looks like it'll just be a better potion to train Slayer, so your stats never go down. It's not that big of a deal. I kind of like it actually. And then of course we get some new potions in the game. I am also glad to see that the Bastion potion and the Battle Mage potion won't actually pass, because those potions are already a little bit too overpowered. I think, it's like a super defense and a range potion in one pot, and they barely didn't pass with 73.3% on each one. That is insane. 17 votes away. Interesting. And of course at 97 herb lore, the divine super combat potion, it did pass with 0.2%, so close to not passing. Wait a second, what's this? Okay, if a Saradomin brew reduces the strength level from 118 to 105, the renewal effect will now begin renewing the level 105, but won't renew higher than that unless drinking another super strength potion. Looks like they just bugged that because it would be too overpowered. It'd be basically an overload if I could drink one brew sip, wait 15 seconds, and then I'm back to 118. So it looks like they did cut that out right there. Also, let it be noted that you cannot use the boost potion share spell on the Lunar Spellbook, which I've used many times at God Wars Dungeon. Extremely overpowered, giving people super combat potions, super restores, all that type of stuff. So these will not be used. Oh man, I like the sound of this one. Question number 17, passed with 92%. Should rare crystal implings be added to prifddinas, requiring 80 hunter to catch? These would have their own loot table containing elven themed items. Very nice. To catch this impling, you would also need 90 hunter to catch it barehanded, and it looks like there is a rare reward of an Elven Signet. This will be a tradable ring that, when worn, offers a 5% chance to not use a charge when using crystal items. The ring's effect will not apply to the Blade of Saldor. If the crystal implings does pass, should Elven Signets be added to the loot table, which I just covered, did pass with 85%. You might have seen this on the homepage as well, the Zaya rework. They're just moving around everything to make it more efficient, like the tithe farming and just like the Sidious herb patch. This one's pretty cool. They actually moved the herb patch, which makes it a little bit closer. The scenery is better. It seems everyone that I've talked to while doing farm runs really enjoys the update. and I do as well. It looks like Jagex does have some plans for a new dungeon on Zeah as well, the Ruined Temple Dungeon, aka Hasidius Dungeon. The design is still a work in progress and can be expected to be revisited at a later date. This should be interesting. I do think they need more content spread throughout Zeah. I mean, the catacombs are amazing and kind of the main city, but you start wandering around and there's not much on the island because it's so big. Don't forget to leave your opinion down below about the new Crystal City, you know, all the rewards, all the updates, the new Impling, the new Crystal Tree, the new Agility course. There's quite a bit. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I will be planning on uploading episode 2 of the new series just in a day or two, so keep an eye out for that. Hopefully you guys have a good one. See ya.